Well, there's no doubt Mr H, we're on a roll today, we've done loads of videos. Another topic we can talk about, you mentioned it last week, the demise of the social club and the British pub in this country, especially the northwest.
Oh.
Basically, have you any thoughts on what happened with the demise of the clubs?
It came in when the smoking ban came in, didn't it? The powers that be, don't matter which party it is, they'll accept that that's what caused it. But people, I think they misjudged people. I think they thought that people would just mourn about it a bit and then drift back.
Yeah.
But they didn't. People suddenly thought, hang on, where I'm spending 60 quid on a night and jostling at bar, I can just have a few friends round for half that price, and I can smoke as much as I want, and we don't have to deal with all the dickheads that we see in pub.
I think with social clubs especially, the era was the 70s and 80s. I remember when I was about 23 in the early 90s, 22 even, going to Goose Green Labour Club, and it was absolutely fucking rammed.
It would be.
And it was the place to be.
They just put entertainment on there.
Well, exactly, but now what happened was they didn't do anything to encourage new generations.
Exactly. Yeah.
To entice any new generations into the social clubs. Plus, a lot of the committees were run by fucking megalomaniac fucking despots and thieves. Most of the committee men, the money most of these social clubs made was spent on caravans and fucking conservatories. Now that money should have been banked and saved for a rainy day or a more lenient day. You know, plus they used to break in regularly and rob their own fucking fruit machines. It all went on. You know, this with the smoking ban, the lack of people, new generations coming in, old generations dying off, and robbing their own arseholes. Basically, that's why the clubs have shut, and it's a sad thing. Lawrence Labour Club now, we was going to film it, and there's nothing saying we can't film it again at some point. We spent many an hour around there as children, sat round there, you know, shouting through the window and just watching them play billiards and, you know, getting chased off by the committee. But that was a hub of the community.
Yeah, it was.
Right, all the working men could go there, you know, and play snooker, and, you know, that's the way it was. And now they'd probably be sat at home doing fucking Facebook and all that shit, you know. And it's a sad thing, the lack of community. I have neighbours, I say hello to a couple and I don't know the rest of them, you know what I mean? There's no community. I suppose you go to places like Liverpool, there's still community, and there's still a strong like community spirit in Liverpool, where you got a complete stranger go in your house and you'd offer them tea and biscuits, and you fucking wouldn't get that here.
You found as well though that sort of community you're discussing tends to be more prevalent in terraced housing for some reason. Whether that's because you're in close proximity with people than semi-detached houses where you've got a garden, and if you walk past somebody's garden and you look over, it's like tantamount to looking through the front window. You're encroaching on their privacy, so I think there's something to that as well with it. But you're quite right. I mean, where we used to live, in a terraced house, I knew everybody in the street, everybody's name. You knew everybody's name. No, there's people moving. You might know the first name if you're lucky.
Yeah, and it's a sad reflection of society, really. You know. Plus, basically, with the clubs going and pubs going, for old school type comedians like me, it's not very fucking good. There's nowhere left to play. You know, I am not really an alternative comedian. I am not PC, and I've no intentions of changing that. I've been pulled up for mere things like making gypsy jokes, which are innocuous jokes anyway. So acts like me are kind of a dying breed, really. But I suppose the last bastion for people like me is YouTube. No one can stop us doing this, right? Yet. You know what I mean? Nobody. We still have a free speech to do this. It isn't necessarily funny, this is another side to what I do, and I've just gone on a tangent. Anybody who knows me knows I'm always going off on fucking tangent. I'm talking about oranges one minute and fucking bicycle clips the next. You know, or an orange wearing bicycle clips as an image for you there, Mr. H. What was one of it? Was one of the death of the social club? There's no way back, is there, Mr. H?
No, them are never going to come back.
The social clubs are never going to come back.
But you're right, what happened is the people who were running them weren't thinking long term.
No.
They were just thinking
quick hit.
Yeah, because their attitude was, well, I'll be gone by then and it'll not matter to me.
Yeah.
And
that's the Wigan attitude. I know it's not just Wigan, but that was that generation's attitude, wasn't it? Fuck 'em.
Also, when people were coming and somebody had put you know, I don't know, so you had to nominate, you had to know somebody as well who were back to that, and they'd nominate you, and it'd be, who's this man? Oh, it's such a body's lad. No, we don't want him.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it was wrong.
I bet I want to go in.
I wouldn't have gone in, and that's why I never even tried. I didn't give them the
What's that fucking Great Show Matters line? Please accept my resignation, because I don't want any club that accept me as a member.
Yeah.
Actually, I fucking forgot that. I was in my book. Anyway. But yeah, the death of the social club, it's another sad facet of life as we knew it, being stripped away.
Them imploded themselves. I think going back to the pub, the other thing with pubs is, and it's a big curb of theirs, is that if you go and buy a meal in a pub, you know, wherever you get it from, Wetherspoons, they pay a higher tax than if you went and bought that at Greasy Joe's.
Is that right?
It's a cafe, yes. What Wetherspoons will do to prove it to people is, every now and again they'll take the tax hit and they drop it to what it would be if that tax wasn't there, and they obviously pay the tax themselves. What do people do? They don't say, bloody hell, this is right. They say, it's cheap jack bit this week.
Yeah, only go then.
Yeah. That's cheap food this week for those.
It is fucking crummy though, Wetherspoon's food. I mean,
oh, it is. But
most. Yeah, I'm have to start with another fucking video we can do. We're going to be here all night. But there you go, the death of the social club. A sad English institution that has all but gone.
Yes, sadly.